right, we are officially recording for the eighth time, the first time. But we feel good about it. We feel excited about it. Welcome to our show, The World from Home, where we will be discussing some of the topics that are going on and happening in the world from the comfort of our own homes. Some things interesting, some things may be boring, but a lot of the things will be coming from our perspective, so we hope you enjoy them. My name is Ophir, born and raised in Israel, live in London now, happily married with 2 daughters, and my goals today is to be a billionaire. That's my goal right now, and life is to be a billionaire. So all of the opinions and the ideas that will be coming from me that I'll be sharing with you guys will be coming from that perspective. I'll be trying to give you guys tips on how to become richer, how to put more money in your pocket, how to better yourself. And that's me. I will pass it over to Tamia. Tamia, can you please introduce yourself to the people real quick?
Okay. Hey, everybody. My name is Tamia, 29 years old. I just completed my MBA in marketing, advertising, and business. Right now, I am working in sales. I'm a sales manager. And my goal, I think I'm gonna piggyback on Ophir's goal, because right now I've been feeling like an itch and wanting to become successful and make more income and be able to like change the lives of the people around me. So I think that's the same for me.
Thank you very much. Short but sweet, definitely short but sweet. Let's take it down to Yemuel. Yemuel, can you please introduce yourself?
On my screen, I'm at the top. Take it up to Yums.
Take it up to Yums. I apologize.
You're on the bottom of mine. You're on the bottom of mine. It's so weird.
That's because in London, y'all different. Everything is different over there. Y'all driving on the side of the street.
They just want to be
But anyways,
awkward.
my name is Yemuel. It means the sign of the day of the Lord. It's a biblical name. I'm 29 years young. I'll be 30 next month. I'm a musician and a professional black man. My goal is not to be a billionaire. However, I do run my own company. One of the goals outside of the money is to be financially free. So all of my time can be my time. So far, we've been 2 years and some on it. And the goal is to continue. So I can spend all of my time chilling, smoking weed, making music, and doing things I love, and not working for the white man.
Sounds good. That last nugget is real strong right there. Batia, can you please introduce yourself to the people, please? Is it I'm sorry, Tiana.
That's the problem. You're gonna have to edit the hell out of this. Bati is only for family and friends. Tiana is for everybody else, but also it's awkward to hear any Hebrew calling me Tiana. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna say Batia, but I don't want these people calling me Bati on the street. That's
so Tiana Young.
Name.
Can we like
people
call
that I
you
care
or
about.
something like that?
There's 2
Everybody
T's
calls
on here,
me T,
and
but that's the thing. I would still feel awkward. I don't like Hebrews calling me outside of my Hebrew name because my Hebrew name is like my name. Tiana is just for everybody else. So I don't know. These people, I don't want them calling me Bati, but I
they're not gonna never
you
talk
all
to you.
calling me Tiana.
First, we want to apologize to the listener. She don't mean nothing she just said. She wants
You're
y'all
gonna
to
edit
listen
this
to her.
out, right?
Go ahead, Batia, break it down. No, I'm not.
Don't be a jerk. You can't have me looking like a jerk. Are you serious right now?
You chose this. You chose this. I didn't choose this. You chose to say this. Everybody introduced themselves. You went on the rant. You have to.
Because you said what to call me. Okay, stop.
You have to live.
Do your introduction. Let's go straight. Let's do your introduction.
We waiting on you. You see what it's going for. Now y'all see exactly what's happening. Now y'all know what we have to live with. Okay.
It's for real, it's a new scene. Okay, when you edit this from this point. Hi everyone, my name is Bati. My interests
give y'all some more light.
Or in mental health, well-being, especially in our community, and us as Black people, and the trauma that we've experienced in terms of like historical trauma and even current trauma, and identifying that. My goal is to work for myself completely. I currently have a company that I share with my sisters, but I also have another part-time job. So my goal is to work for myself completely. And focus on what my passions are, which is travel and luxury.
Definitely one of her issues in life. We're gonna deal with that at a later time. She a luxurious person, but we out here.
Should be.
All right. Check this out. Today's episode, people, we have a special episode for you guys. We wanted to open up and we wanted to start our podcast by talking about something that is on everyone's mind in the panel, because all of the people around me are single and summer is coming. So, they looking to
Putting us out on Front Street. You don't know what happened in the last couple of days.
The summer is coming. So we want to talk about relationships. Hot people summer. We want to talk about relationships. So I wanted to kick it off. I wanted to first make sure that everybody understood that, we are on here to have a good time. We're not on here to, be politically correct. But we're not on here to impress any of you listeners at all. We're only here to entertain you. So feel free to skip to the next video. However, let's talk about relationships. I want to know from the panel, is love real? I want to start off with, is love real? Because what is the reason people get into relationships? Is it love? Is it what is the reason people get into? Let's start off like that. Why do people get into relationships?
Some people just do it for security. It depends on what type of person you are and what you're looking for. Some people actually don't go in relationships for love. They go for security, financial security, companionship, whatever it is. But
I think it differs for both of the genders and age range also. That's a very broad thing. So I say for males, most of the time, you're not looking for financial security from a woman. That's not what you're looking for in a woman. Most of the time it is companionship and stuff like that. But if you are a female and you aren't well off, which a lot of females aren't, a lot of times the man's job is to secure the financial side. So that changes. And when you're young, a lot of times you're not looking for either. You just lusty and horny, So it changes. It changes with age range and gender, what you're into. If you gay and stuff, I can't speak on that, but I'm sure that's different as well. So
what's crazy is most men think
looking for, I don't know who looking for who financially. I don't know how that would work. So
that's a tough scope.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt? Sorry, because I feel like that's a common thing, especially with men. They always think females are looking for to get in a relationship with a man financially. But what's crazy is when I look in terms of my peer group and salary and pay and all that, most of the time it's always the woman that's making more. I've always had not even that issue. It's just that I know usually if I'm talking to someone, if I'm friends with someone, I'm usually making more than you do. And for most of the women in my circle, that's what I've realized. They usually make more. You got a nice circle about here.
I don't know. That's way different over here.
But that's what's so crazy to me, because men constantly say, oh yeah, because women, they can provide financial security. But
I know actually a very few women who make amazing salaries. So I can tell you a bunch of dudes.
I know very few men that I know that make amazing salaries.
Listen, maintain is all that's different. I'm just talking about as far as how much they're able to pull in. It's more dudes that make decent 5 figures than it is females.
I don't think it's relevant to say what they can pull in or not pull in. The point is how financially stable they are, and a lot of them aren't. So I don't know what you're talking about when you name it.
I'm even talking about pulling in.
Well, the whole community is not financially stable. If we're gonna be real broad, we can get broad as possible.
I'm just gonna get a brush and just brush
we're gonna get a big old brush. That's
stroke it real
quick. Poor community. Most of us are poor. Our backgrounds are poor. But I'm just saying, in general, as far as sales offices and stuff, I've been around. The relatively high paying job that you can get without all the super degrees, for the most part, it's dudes. Top retention agents, it's dudes. For the most part, I'm not saying
in that field, in the sales field.
In that field, a lot of other fields too. Unless you have the rare, not to put her on blast, but we have the sister who works construction in the community. Let's leave the names out. It's not a lot of those,
I don't agree with you 100%, because to say whether they make a lot of money technically, most of them don't know how to retain that money or save it or have it. So most of them have access to that kind of money, but on a day-to-day, they really don't have it have it. So I wouldn't consider them as completely like financially stable and how much can I get off this guy. Most of them still live.
No, Bati was making a point of saying all her friends earn more than the males. I'm just saying here, most of the males earn more than females. Whether they competent with their money.
So then it's just like a culture difference. That's what it is.
Yeah, because they some idiots over here, man. Ain't nobody vouching for none of these.
It's the educational difference. You know, it's the educational difference. Like if you have somebody like Tamia, she would definitely be making more than a regular guy over there because she's educated. Like she has some type of idea of, and people look at it and say you're worth this. So she should be demanding a certain pay if you have that level of schooling, education. Sorry. Let's go back to the original question because I think we started talking about a little money situation and the whole community is poor. It got deep real fast.
Some truths have to come out.
It got wet real fast. So I want to get up and draft off real quick. So should we get in relationships? I want to know, should we actually seek relationships? As human beings, should we be looking to get in a relationship or should we just look
I think you should, as a human being. I think companionship is important, even coming from somebody who don't really fuck with people. Like, honestly, come along a lot, like it that way. But I think the people prioritize relationships wrong. You should seek companionship, but after a lot of other shit is okay in your life. That way they actually work. But a lot of people just, be seeking, to have other people in their life and their whole life is messed up. Like I know somebody who was homeless trying to date.
What?
I don't know what that means. Somebody who was homeless, and they was trying to date. Like they was talking to girls. They had a phone. Like they was. What type of priorities do you have in your life? So I'm just saying, I think the priority of relationships is kind of off nowadays. But no, I think you should seek them for your answer. Yes.
So I definitely agree with Yams 100%. I feel like relationships or companionships and connections are put on a higher priority than like the personal, like the self-love, the self-motivation, the aspirations. You have your own personal goals are put like on a heavy second. And the first thing is, let me find a partner. Let me get in a relationship rather than really understanding who you are as a person. And then after that, I think the next step would be to find companionship and not before.
Bob, what you feel about that?
Yeah, I do believe, but it's also making sure in terms of like, you don't bring that any baggage, like it's feeding off of what Emuel and Tamia said, making sure you don't bring that baggage into a relationship. So the question is like, should people go in relationships? To be honest, certain people shouldn't. But it depends on who you are. Some people should die alone and what your goals are in life. Yeah. Some people like when they if they're really honest with themselves in terms of like what their goals are, it doesn't correlate to needing to be in a relationship or being in a relationship.
I want to apologize. Mr. Fouch has disappeared. Here you come.
You're gonna edit this? Are you gonna edit this?
Yeah. Nope. I'm not cutting it out. Not today.
Anytime you look at this video and I do this, you know that
no more editing, bro.
Oh, she clapped again while I was offline?
Yeah, bro. You clapped her off. She had to clap you back on, bro. Go ahead, Bob.
Where did you go? Like, what happened?
The connection just failed. Just said call in. I didn't do absolutely
that's what was happening to me a lot. Yeah.
Maybe it's the app or something, but let's hope it doesn't happen again.
We have more to add to that, or what we saying?
I think I'm trying to even remember what I was saying, but yeah.
You said some people shouldn't get into a relationship, and I was asking everybody. Do you think some people should die alone, like and not procreate?
No, I just said like people what they really want in terms of like the life goals and needs.
No, because I feel this way about some people.
It doesn't correlate to you actually being in a relationship. Like you could go in terms of like get all the help you need and work on yourself, but some people in the end, when you live like in terms of like who your truest self is, it doesn't mean that everybody can be great. End up in a relationship. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying certain people don't.
No, but listen. This is what you said, and I'm gonna tell her. She says some of y'all don't deserve nobody, and y'all. It don't matter how hard y'all work on yourselves. I'm not gonna never be worthy of nobody, and y'all should.
The craziest thing is they thinking about y'all specific people. That's what's crazy.
Some people that just should be alone.
Y'all need to check yourselves.
Spend more time with themselves.
And all three of them are single. So think about this. All three of these people single, telling you might die alone. Think about that.
I mean, you might need to be by yourself. That's all.
Yeah, you might require.
That's hard.
For the better of everybody.
So if people are looking for, if the normal person, the regular person, is looking for companionship or looking for a relationship, and we say they're looking for companionship or stability, or I'm more focused on the love part. Like, I want to know in the relationship, how much does love matter? Is love real? The idea of love, is it real?
Ideas are real and not real. That's like almost the meaning of an idea to me. Like, it's a thought, it's not reality. But like, is actual love real? No, love is not real.
Explain that. What do you mean when you say love is not real? Give me a sentence that says love is not real.
Love is not real. Because, listen, I don't know. Because I'm a real factual person. Let me break it down for the people who don't know. Because some people know what I know when I say love is not real. But yes, you could feel love for somebody. You can love somebody. But the idea, the way love is romanticized, like, oh, if I love this person, then X, Y, Z is gonna happen. I don't think that's true. I think you can also love somebody and not be good for them, or not be compatible with them, or hurt them, or be just so different that it doesn't work out. So yeah, I think love is real, but I don't think it's a big requirement for relationships to work. I think like respect, compatibility, all that shit is more practical. This is how you feel. Your feelings change every day. Like, love is a feeling. Like, ooh, I'm overwhelmed with whatever for this person. What does that mean in like practical everyday life? Not much. So no, it's not real.
Tamia, what do you have to say to that?
Well, I want to say yes. And the reason why I say I want to say yes instead of just a plain yes is because I'm not sure if I've experienced it personally yet so far, but I have seen it. I've seen it with my parents. You know, I know what it looks like visually, but honestly, it's been a long time since I've actually seen it in action, if that makes any sense. So I do believe that love is real, but I feel like in these days and times, it's a little bit harder to find because of the distractions that we have, you know, around us.
What did you see that make you say love is real? Like, what did you see from those people that make you say that that's 100%? That you actually saw love?
I would say, for one, like Yim said, respect. You know, I've always seen them interact with each other on a high level of respect. You know, no one ever raised their voices or, you know, yelled and screamed at each other. I never even saw them fight, honestly. I'm not saying that fighting is not a part of love, but I've never experienced that side of it. They worked together 100%. It was always like a team effort. You know, you could see that they were working together and things like that, I guess. Affection being shown. Ma brought flowers every single weekend. So I think that those things fall into the category or definition to me of what love is. So those are the things that I saw.
Right. But what you saying?
I 100% believe love is real. Is what people think in terms of like the social construct of love. That's not actually factual. And I'm somebody that loves romance and some romance books. But what we think what love should look like is not true. And I like, just like Tamia, I know I've never personally experienced love. I've been deep in like, but never been in love. What was your next question? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you say you've been deep in like. Your more start smiling. We interested in this.
Like, I know the type of person I am. It will take a lot for me to even open myself up to where I'm allowing myself to even love you. So I know I've been in like, because I've never actually given.
I lost love.
So what's the what's the difference between I like you and I love you? Like, why?
I love you means in terms of like you also being honest with yourself, because I always, like I said last time when we talked about this, you can't actually love someone until you truly love yourself. Like, you have to be in love with yourself and know what that feels like and know what that is and how that is for you to even be able to share that with someone else. And then that, like, you can't be in that relationship alone. Like, you have to meet someone on that same level, right?
Okay.
So in terms of like past relationships, that's never been there. And even myself, I'm still learning about myself. I'm still learning things that I do or do not want for myself, and things that I would expect in a relationship, what I actually want in a relationship. And that's why I'm still learning. So, and I reflect on like past relationships and experiences that I've been in. I know for a fact that I've never been in love with that person. I've been in like, deep in like sometimes, or sometimes just like it. But I've never been in love. But I've seen it reflected, just like Tommy, I've seen it reflected in my family and family members and their relationships. So I know what it looks like. But I've never experienced it. And I think a lot of people think that they have, but it's not. You've been in lust and you've been in like, but you've never really been in love.
So all y'all people who feel like y'all.
Oh, before you continue, quick plug.
Go ahead.
Shirt by Instant Queens.
I was looking at your shirt earlier.
Come up close, bro. We can't
Next
see it.
time I'm
Bring it
gonna wear
closer.
Bring it to the camera, bro. We can't see it.
Move your hair back. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I follow them.
Oh, okay.
Let's not put Tamia
Okay. Gang.
They're real nice.
Gang.
If y'all order them, they will make some more.
What's crazy is people earlier, I was admiring it, but I wasn't in the mood to talk, but I was admiring it.
It's all right. Admiring the silence is appreciated as well.
It's definitely a dope shirt. If y'all have not picked up your shirts, please go to
Very nice. The material feel real sexy on your skin.
Insta Queens on Instagram.
Too hot, it's not too cold. It's nice.
So that's 100 count cotton. That's 100 count.
Yeah, it's got at least 150
100.
threads.
We're Hebrews.
Egyptian.
That's a million count Egyptian thread.
We don't sell fake plastic materials
That's
out
what
here.
we're talking about. Different. Yes, sir. That's what I like to hear. So it seems like we come to a point where we're saying that you don't necessarily need love to be in a relationship. Like you don't necessarily have to be in love to be in a relationship, because we've been in a relationship without love.
I think it's nice if you have it. I don't think it's the most important thing. I don't think it's the second or third most important thing.
For the relationship to last, you don't need love.
I think for to last, you do.
You need it. You need it.
People could be in 10-year relationships and never reach love.
I'm kind of.
I definitely think you do.
Why are you torn, Tamia? Give us the torn part.
Because on one hand, yeah, like you may think that the love part is important, but you see so many relationships like how you call it, arranged marriages or like business contracts and things like that, where people literally get married based off nothing to do with like emotions and love, and it actually lasts for a long time. So I want to say like yes and no, it's relationships. I mean, maybe it may have grown or not, but I just know that marriages, even in relationships, you can have them without no element of love involved. So
it's nice if you have it. It's not necessary. It's like
I feel like it's necessary for me.
Okay. That's
I think initially, I don't think any real relationship can last.
I was saying to last, like
it can last a long time, but it cannot last without love. Because when I think to really love someone and to be in love with someone and be committed to that person, you have to go through some of your worst and still want to be with them. And a lot of relationships, even the ones like that may have lasted a long time, when they go through that worst period, it causes a break, and sometimes that causes the relationship to terminate. When you look at like long-lasting relationships, they've gone through a lot of stuff and they're still together. It could be trauma, it could be whatever, but they've gone through it and they even come out better. Like you could see them, they look better in terms of how they communicate better. But I don't know any relation they communicate. Relationship. I know from personal, I'm not going to put anyone in front of you, but I know from personal relationships that I've seen.
Okay.
You got to go through stuff together, you said.
I don't think, to be honest, like I don't believe that you have to go through like stuff to get strong.
You said push them to the edge if they still.
I don't believe that. But I said if it happens, and you still like that relationship's only going to be stronger for it. I don't believe people just have to go through horrible experiences and just.
Bati, I'm gonna take your advice. The next person that loves me, I'm gonna push them to the edge.
No, I'm not saying that at all. But also,
I don't really love me, accept me.
That's how you know for
even
sure.
arranged marriages, they say like it takes time. Like it might not be the first year, the second year, the third year. Sometimes, like I've watched documentaries, they'd be like, it took like I didn't realize I love this person until 10 years in. 10 years in.
That's too long.
10
years. That's a long ass time.
But they're still together. They was married for like 40 years.
Convenience.
They're still together.
Convenience. One of them needs something.
They settle down.
They bullshit.
That's comfort.
Yeah,
maybe.
They land on camera.
I'm not gonna be the one to tell them that. But I'm just saying I do believe it. And I believe you have to have love for a relationship to last. When I say last, I mean up until.
So we don't need love for a standard relationship, but if we want our relationship to last, we need love to be part of that relationship. That's our conclusion. That's what we agreeing on.
That's me. I don't know about everybody else.
Tamia, that's what we agreeing on.
Well, I just kind of feel like that can kind of get us a little bit mixed up. Like people feeling that, you have to have that element. I think sometimes you get confused with the element of like struggle through relationships. Like if you don't earn it, then it's not really, worth it. And I think a lot of women that I know are, currently dealing with that now. Just, in a relationship where like.
See if they gonna stick around. What? Times get hard. I gotta know now. I don't want to have no kids with you. Then we struggle and you break on me. Let's struggle to death now. Facts. You stick around now. I know what you can and can't take.
See, I don't agree. The reason why I say that is because I'm not saying that people won't have struggles through relationships and it's supposed to be like smooth sailing all the time. We fall in love and let's just be happy all the time.
Let me ask you a better question. If you're going to struggle, is it better that you struggle early or later in a relationship?
Well, of course, I think you prefer to get over the hardships first. But it depends, because you can assume that I don't know. What if you don't overcome those hardships? Then what?
It's better if it happens early. You want to find that out after giving somebody years?
No, that's different. It's different to find out like exactly who you with and to make those choices like after knowing exactly who the person is and getting to know a person. But to say that to have a valued relationship, you have to
first half a year,
heavy
cross
things
all the red lines
just to be able to earn it. I don't agree.
I agree with what you're saying, Tamia. Like, that's not what I was trying to say. But what I am saying is that when you go through it, like a lot of relationships, for a lot of people, especially when they get married, like we know them all. As soon as like they have the first hurdle, it breaks. They have to go their separate ways. I'm just saying, when you're really in love and committed to that person, you can withstand it. I'm not saying, because most of the relationships I know, they haven't had to struggle. When I look at my parents, they have had to struggle, and that was actually later on in their relationship. Because when they joined the nation and stuff.
The nation to make you struggle.
Oh, she blamed the kingdom. Okay.
No, I'm not. Stop trying to say. I'm just saying. Our family struggled. Okay. Like we went to God and we really struggled.
The kingdom is the hub of struggle.
Well, if I was looking at like other relationships, when I was looking at other relationships, like in terms of like my family, not that I know, like, but from what I've seen, they haven't really had to struggle and they stayed together and they were happy and everything. My parents, they definitely, like when we moved to Ghana, we definitely were struggling, but it's just like teamwork makes the dreams work.
Struggle builds character.
So in a relationship, is it 50-50?
No.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
Yeah.
In a relationship, is it 50 male, 50 female on everything, or is it different? Like I'm talking about bills, I'm talking about say so, I'm talking about everything. Is it 50-50 or what do you feel the number is? Let me ask Tamia real quick.
No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let everybody else answer. I'm feeling a little sensitive, so I'm just waiting for everybody else speak so I can like come through.
Yeah, what you saying? In a relationship,
perfect relationship. In the perfect world.
No.
Listen to me.
World,
Let me. I heard the question. 50, I'm not telling me I did ask you to explain. I understood. I get it.
You're right.
Let me.
I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep that in too.
Relationships vary from people to people. Everybody is different. Everybody relationship is different. Let me just give you an extreme example. Let's say if you're a crippled man and you got a capable wife, as manly as you want to be, it's not gonna be 50-50. She probably gonna be doing a lot of shit you would normally be doing if you could. But I'm just saying. Now let me finish. I'm not finished yet. If both people are capable and working and this, a normal male and normal female, it shouldn't be 50-50. The male should carry more. Our job is to lead, we should lead. And that means not being even, it means doing more. You should never look at your woman and be like, I want to do just as much as her for this shit to work. I'm the dude, I need to do the most. If I can't and I need assistance, happy to have it. But I'm a strong black man, I got this. I've been doing it. So no. And whatever relationship I'm in, that's the attitude and the opinion that I have. No, it shouldn't be that.
Mate, what you feel about that? You feel like Yemuel should take on more because he a male?
I love Yemuel's idea, but if I'm gonna be honest, I think in terms of like when we say 50-50, but I would like to say I believe the ratio, if I'm generalizing, I believe the ratio should be 50-50. So example, let's say I make more money than you in terms of like bills, in terms of like the ratio, in terms of what I pay in bills should be, and the amount I earn should be in ratio equal to yours. Not saying I expect you, if you're making less than me, I wouldn't expect you to cover the same amount of bills that I do. That wouldn't be fair.
I have a question. What if your man who you split bills with, he gonna raise his voice at you? You gonna like take him serious?
That wouldn't happen. No,
you see that?
that wouldn't happen.
You have to be gentle in the house. You see what I'm saying?
No.
We don't get
that
back around
happen.
to that. All right.
Okay.
No, okay. I'm just making
mental note.
Mental note. That's all I accept that.
All right. So my answer, I didn't thought about my answer, my response, and I'm gonna have a really politically correct answer. Really, what I feel like is it really depends on the nature of the relationship and the couple. I don't think it's one standard across the board. I mean, you do have relationships where the man does carry the financial weight, and I feel like that's totally fine, especially if a woman is at home and, you know, managing the home front, or if they're splitting down the middle, I feel like it's okay. It really depends on the nature of that couple's relationship and how comfortable they feel. And I feel like if you are in a relationship, you should be comfortable to discuss finances. So I mean, it depends. It really depends on what's the nature of that couple's relationship. Who carries
what? I have a better answer than my
Can I
answer.
just say, are we talking about work as well? When I say 50-50, and I'm talking about ratio, I'm talking about finances, I'm talking about work, I'm talking about raising kids, everything, the ratio.
Everything.
So if I'm working part-time, then obviously I'd have to pick up more of the little childcare and you're working full-time. However, you're gonna pick up wherever I'm falling. So, and I feel like if you're actually in a relationship, neither of us are counting like, oh, I expect, so tomorrow he has to sleep. None of us are counting like that. We're working in sync. So we work in tandem, like we know what each other like, okay, well, he's gonna be doing this, so let me cover him on this. Or she cooks, so let me wash the dishes if I see she's tired. That's what I feel. And I also like if I had to do a firm answer, yes, my ratio should be 50-50. Sorry, go ahead, Emmanuel.
As a man, even if you enter a relationship as 50-50, your first goal should be to upset that shit. You need to be more than 50%. Better.
Gotta turn that up.
We're not judging nobody. People start from different places in life. You know, everybody wasn't always where they was at, including myself. But if you get into a relationship and it's 50 or less because of your circumstances, as a man, it's your job to change that.
So you said a man. Okay, let's tell me I said.
Okay, so I got one more thing. I feel like the interesting part about this question is in the case of a couple being, like Batia said, both partners are like completely working a full-time job, you know, and bringing the income. I don't know how they do that in the bills, but like it's almost as if though when it comes to women, whether you are working full-time or not, you're still required to take on the other loads as well. Like let's say for instance, if we describing a couple that's splitting the bills down the middle, then the wife would be, you know, doing her 9 to 5, the husband doing his 9 to 5, and then once they clock out, she got to come home and, you know, clock in to job number 2, you know, without assistance when her partner is able to come, you know, and clock out and probably, you know, relax after a long day of work. So I feel like that's the complexity of, you know, these new generation relationships where both parents are out the house. And it usually it doesn't end up fair. It doesn't end up fair.
It's not fair. That's what I'm saying. Because life is not fair. The same way you say you come home and the husband get the chill and the women raise the kids. What happens if an intruder comes? You gonna send your wife to the door? No, you as a man, you gonna get up and you gonna risk your life. Because as a dude, you just gonna do that. It don't matter if y'all split the bills and she bigger and stronger than you. But if somebody knock on your house, the husband is gonna get up and go. So yes, a lot of the times the baby is crying. It's probably because he want a nurse. It's some shit I can't fix anyway. I'm probably not gentle enough to fix this type of.
Most women have a bottle. They have a bottle in the fridge.
She said they have a bottle in the fridge.
They would have just come. You could have seen.
This is the tone of somebody splitting bills. You see,
and it sounded like the truth coming to the door.
If you already are
so you said you ain't trying to split the bills with, you ain't trying to hear this.
Why not if I can avoid it? If I have to hear this, I will. But if I can avoid it, man, all fucking means I get all this house shit. Don't wake me up when this baby is crying, all right?
Yeah.
Go nurse him. Nurse him out, all right? You've been chilling at home.
So you feel like the women today have a less sense of motherhood than the women from the past.
Yes,
like, I feel like
older women. Yes, I think
generation like
that's so hard. We need to be like dudes. We need to split stuff down the middle. To like, it's no gender roles no more, and that's okay. It should be gender roles. Like, we're not built the same. We are not the same. Like, it's okay to have gender roles.
Women now, I think the opposite. I'm not even like, I can't even respond to what even Will was saying, because honestly, as far as like the gender roles, that's like put aside. But I just feel like it's really just unfair. We in a situation, I'm saying that let's say the couple is both working, both out of the home, but it's automatic. It's like women have way more responsibilities. It's like you have been added on top of your, mother duties, the clocking in and working, having the pressures of bosses and companies and all of that. You just add it on to your load, and now you like almost relieving your partner of their load, but yours is just heavier. So it seems unfair to me. I don't have any children, but watching from the outside, it seems a little bit imbalanced.
I think.
Bati, who asked for these kids? I'm just asking, like, who asked for the kids? Is it the man or the woman?
The women,
who asked
the
really?
women usually want the
Please
kids.
don't say that a woman.
I'm asking. I'm asking. What you mean? I ain't gonna say that. I'm asking.
I'm not asking for no kids.
Okay, you're not asking. Okay, Bot can't answer. Okay, Tamia, who's asking for these kids?
I don't know who's asking for these kids.
Okay.
Who asked for your kid?
Huh? My wife asked for my kids. Both of them. My wife asked for both of them. But we good.
Fair. Who asked for the second one? Who asked for the second one?
The first one. The first one. She made the second one to play with the first one. That's what happened.
I know that, but I thought that was more you. Okay.
That had nothing to do with me, bro. I see what kids do. I know what they do.
You just showed up. You came and showed up when you would need it.
Bro, she called. She said, "Boom! At this time, it's gonna be a boy." Every time it wasn't a boy. You can't trust these women and their uterus. They do what it want. Anyway, let's do this. So,
actually, for it to be a boy, that chromosome has to come from you, sir.
Here we go. Now put it on me. I gotta.
No,
you ask for these kids.
So
I wouldn't put it to the
Y chromosome, right? That has to come from you.
Well,
I need to ask. Wait. We can't ask fair questions. Like, what you mean?
I don't know.
I'm saying it like this.
Oh,
okay?
let me reword the question.
Wait. The lion. The lioness.
He's about to go to the jungle. Oh, let me make
She go hunt. She kill the shit. Then she feed her kids. Then the lion, the big motherfucker, he just makes sure they don't die. Like, there's no, like, it's too hard out there. It's hard.
So you're comparing humans to lions? Are we like specific lions?
You see, I told you the kind of response I was gonna
get
before you started this off of my help.
Go yeah.
What?
I'm just talking. Go yeah.
In general, let me just ask him in a way that he can get an objective answer. In general, in normal standard relationships, is it normally the male who's like, let's have kids, or is it normally the woman? That's the question.
I don't know.
Basically.
What's crazy?
In general, it's
I thought it was a joint.
You do know. Don't be like that.
No,
y'all playing. Y'all playing games.
Yeah,
y'all women. Y'all playing games.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Another thing. Another thing. Let me ask another way, because y'all trying to avoid this. I'm gonna
y'all playing games.
Who has a time on kids, men or women? At a certain age, who can't have kids?
He's saying who have a biological clock.
Women are usually, so women are therefore usually more pressure to have kids at some stage. I'm not saying y'all born prone to have kids. At a certain stage, because of a biological clock that we do not have, women are usually like, let's have kids at a certain point. Don't shake your head, because if you get with a dude, Bati, and he's trying to string you along for 50 years, he don't want to fucking have kids. He's like, let's wait till we 50 and adopt.
I'm gonna buy shoes. I already saying that. I'm gonna buy shoes in person.
Okay, but standardly, let's say if a woman wants kids.
I already have a closet full of kids. And I'll just continue my collection.
Let me say,
you get my point. You get my point.
Like
don't be like that.
So y'all, wait. Y'all fighting with the fact that y'all like kids? Wait, y'all women are fighting with the fact that y'all love kids.
Y'all like kids more than dudes. That's a fact.
Women love more like coochie. But you get in a relationship, who usually wants them?
Wait, you don't love your niece?
Yes,
I love them, but what's crazy in my personal
and my brother loves his niece as well.
I've always been like, if I'm talking to somebody, I don't even bring up the kid conversation. I don't even bring up the kid conversation in my relationships because that's so far off.
But we are not talking about you and Tamia.
We're not talking about y'all specific. Y'all
but I can only talk about my
opinion. I can't tell y'all nothing else.
It's two women with degrees sitting here arguing with us, bro. It's two women with degrees saying that they're not involved with the children, bro. That's all that's going on right now. All y'all men out there who are looking to date Batia and Tamia, scratch your kids off. Let's go
like
to
we should stop generalizing. Like, and that's what you Will just did. This whole statement is almost like, who want the kids? The women. So the women should raise the kids.
Because there's certain stuff that is generally true for dudes and certain stuff that is generally true for women.
100%. 100% of the women in this podcast completely disagree with you. So you can't generalize. I'm just saying, if we want to go by percentages,
oh my God,
we 100% disagree. So like, you can't generalize and say that women want kids and that's why they have them. We know a lot of men that knock women up for trapping them and things like that. So let's be real.
Who are these people that you speaking of?
I can name names, but I'm not.
Please just give us
Can I just say?
I'm not giving y'all nothing.
Well, going on,
men do it.
We gonna find y'all.
Not facts.
We need to know
they know what you're talking about. They trying to be.
They out here trapping their wives, trapping women to be stuck with them.
100% dudes do that. I know
this
a lot
is
of
not a real thing.
And have admitted it.
This is not real.
Have admitted
number one, you can't. What you mean you trapping a woman?
You can't trap a woman. She got she the end.
She is the trap. Like, what you mean you can't trap a woman? What you mean?
That's not even a real thing.
They try it all the time.
Oh shit!
Excuse me.
Oh, Spider-Man fucking reflexes. Jesus Christ!
This all happened because of the foolishness Samuel was talking about before.
It happened because don't do that.
Can we go to our next question? We've been on this for a while.
I'm ready to move on.
All right. So we said, have we agreed that men and women in a relationship, the ratio should be 50-50, but it's not 50-50. And if the man have any chance to make it uneven and put it more on his back, he should. That's what we saying. We all agree to that. That sounds.
I agree to the top part. I don't know about the bottom. That was even where I was sit on the bottom. I just feel like everyone, the man and woman, you're gonna constantly try and be better in your relationship and do more. So that's the.
You can't never be your husband, Bati.
I'm not just gonna be sitting there. I'm not trying to beat him. I'm just like, if I see him working hard, I'm like, man, you said beat him, right? Oh, beat him.
No, beat him. I'm saying it's a dude as a man. He's supposed to be the man of the
somebody want to be y'all. We don't want to be y'all.
First
of all,
can we talk about the social?
So what do? Wait.
And where it came from?
You said women need to be the women of the family. He said the social constructs of families.
But what are we talking about? I need to know what we're talking about.
Because he said I would have beat my husband. I don't want to be my husband. I don't.
So you just want to be a tougher woman.
Where you like getting this idea about a tough woman? Anytime we try and express ourselves and our needs in a relationship, we get seen as aggressive or tough. No, I can still be feminine. I can still be a mother. I can still be sensitive. Okay, being sensitive is actually a strength. I didn't say I hate kids. Shut up. So you all need to stop saying that.
I hate kids, but I'm a loving person.
It's almost like pointless to even talk to y'all about
this male idea of what a woman, a mother should be, what a wife should be, is a social construct created by men to keep women in a box, right? That's when they try to stop us from voting and take away our rights, right? So now, from the 80s and 90s, when women finally started to get liberated and they've had all those riots and all of that, from when women were like, especially in the 90s, women were really pushing for like, in the workplace equality and all of that. Now we get seen as like, oh, you just want to be a boss. You don't care about family life. No, we want balance. We want a balance in life. So that goes back to my ratio, because like both women go to university.
This argument is about y'all being bosses. Like this is about you being.
No,
a boss?
I didn't. Can I finish without you interrupting? Because you're not listening. You're hearing what I'm saying, but you're not listening to what I'm saying.
Right.
So first of all, women have access now to the same educational systems and work systems that men have, right? Before we weren't able to have access to that. Now women are being identified.
Slaves wasn't either, but slaves wasn't either.
Exactly. So that shows you in terms of like slavery, women, where we were in terms of the totem pole. So you're actually proving my point over here. So now we have access to this. So we can do this. We can go and study at the same place. Excuse me, can I finish my question, Brinson? We can go and study at the same places that men study. We can go and work at the same places and at the same levels where men work, right? Because now it's all about women and female equality. So in terms of like our focus, it can't just be on the home right now because we have access to so much more. We are no longer limited. So when I talk about balance, men cannot continue to think that, oh, you're going to compare me to what your grandmother did in the household. No, because your grandmother didn't have access to the same level of resources that I have access to now. So that's when I talk about changing in terms of like the ratio. It needs to be 50-50 because I ain't got time to be cooking and cleaning in the house anymore. We're both coming home at the same time. We are both coming home at the same time. Jesus. Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
I got so much to say.
We're not even leaving the house if it's up to me. But We're not coming home. Anyway, I agree with the principle. My problem is like, okay, first of all, let's go back to the history. You want to throw history on there. The history of it is Black women were allowed to be in more workplaces than Black men. That's why Black women all the way to today earn more money than Black men all over the world, all the way to today. But I'm not arguing. I'm not here to argue. Yes, I'm not here to argue history. I'm here to just argue this point right here. And the point is the question. In the relationship, is it even? Like, okay, in the relationship, you saying you don't want to come home, you don't want to cook. That's what Imai used to do. I don't want to do that.
I don't want the baby. That.
Or maybe you should say, should it be even? Should it be
y'all
even?
Sound, I just almost, y'all see how quiet I am? Because I almost can't even like, ain't
nobody even saying that for the last 20 minutes besides Batia. What you talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
Giggling.
Batia's the only person talking about. So we just
I did talk a lot.
Okay,
I'm confused.
Okay, fam.
I'm trying to ask her. I'm trying to ask her. Okay, so you
what's
gonna
the
go
statement that you have a problem?
Get us. We listening.
I'm not trying to get y'all about nothing, but I just like how small mad at y'all being about this idea. Like you don't understand that for a woman to go from an aspect of being completely at home and having the responsibilities of the home being put on her because she simply had no option to work, and then to actually be working and to think that it's still completely fair that she, like I said, finish work with you and then come back home and then get to functioning alone. I feel like if we go,
nobody made that point. Who made that point and said that?
Who? This is what I'm saying. You confused. No one said this. Like
nobody. I didn't say this. So who said this?
Why is this in your head? Like,
okay, so me and Tommy are on a different planet. That's why man
so somewhere else.
Venus, because
I'm trying to figure out how y'all argue.
I didn't say this. Like I didn't never say what you.
Okay, so I'm gonna rephrase. So y'all were talking about the fact that like women are working now, and when they come home, y'all they don't want to deal with the kids and don't want to cook. And I'm like, it's not.
That's not what happened. Let me tell you what happened. That's not what happened.
That's not.
You said if women come home, they're gonna have to blah 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 deal with the kids. And I gave an example that relationships are even. What happens if an intruder come in? All the stuff that you saying, you said. I cannot in a roundabout way acknowledge it, saying that people have gender roles and stuff. But nobody said any of this stuff that you said.
Well, I'm hitting this spot on. I'm not going around it. I'm attacking the issue. Obviously, this is not okay. So what is y'all perception? So you're saying beating around it, and I just hit it spot on, or am I completely off?
I made my point from the beginning. When you said are relationships even, I'm saying again, each relationship has its own circumstances. I'm saying in the event that both people are capable, the man should always strive to do a bit more than the woman. You are the man of your family. You usually are the leader, the decider in certain things. If you can, you should strive to do more. So in therefore, not equal, not 50-50. As in all aspects that you can. I don't care if my wife cook every day. For me, I want to know how to cook better. I want to know how to do everything better than my wife. Because if we get into a situation and I'm the man of the family, people are relying on me. My family is relying on me as a man. I want to be the most capable. Shit ain't even. Your kids not even to the parents. Yeah, they family. We all love each other. But no, people have their roles in families. Kids are kids. A wife is a wife and a husband is a husband. In the event that you can, you should strive to do more than everybody in your family because you are the leader. Or you should be. And if you can't, that's fine in their relationships where that happens at point. But if you can as a man, you should be. And any man that tell you I want to be exactly equal to my wife, leave that nigga. Because he a fucking chump. I don't even know what this means. Like what the fuck are we arguing about? We gonna argue that a man should strive to be equal to his wife?
I want to hear what's in Tamia's mind because Tamia's.
I'm not saying that we should strive to be equal. I'm saying that we should strive to work together. That's all I'm saying.
That wasn't the question. He asked, is it equal though? What you saying? He asked, is it equal? I'm saying it changes, but if you both capable as a dude, it shouldn't be equal. You should do more. That's the question.
That's your opinion. So can I have an
can you rephrase what you were saying? Because they're making me seem like I'm retarded.
No, you the only person.
You asked the question. I'm telling you what he asked. I didn't make the question. I'm answering.
You answered the question perfectly. I want to know why Tamia don't like what's bothering her.
I don't understand either.
Like, why is it? What's in the question that's bothering you?
I feel like we can go ahead and move on to the next question. That's what I feel like. I don't know. I don't know how to express myself.
I just want to say I heard what Tamia was saying, and I agree with what she was saying. I don't see where. I don't see.
I feel like the question is not about if it should be even or not. About working together is more important. So that was my response. My response is it's not about being 50-50, who doing the most, who doing the less. It's about creating a partnership. And sometimes, of course, that may not be even, but it's about working together. So if your wife is doing a 9-to-5 job, then of course you have to step up and help with the children. So this is what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that we live in a different dynamic where it don't divide half and half, but a lot of times when it comes to women, they do have to carry a lot more weight in the relationships. That's the reality.
Let me help you out.
I agree with
everything you said.
Nice and beautiful, but that is not realistic, or is what happens.
But that wasn't even a question. I agree with everything you said. I don't disagree with nothing that you're saying. Yes, in today's societies, a lot of times women are overworked. They have to fucking work. They didn't take care of the kids. A lot of these dudes is fucking bums. They don't earn enough. They want to party. All this shit is exactly true, which is why to his question, I said, yes, in today's situations, each relationships have their own equality. A lot of times women is dragging these niggas.
Why you keep
in
responding to my response? My response
I'm telling you
to answer his question, but you want to respond to me again.
But you're talking about a partnership. You asked
I'm not responding to you. Like. I'm not responding to you.
Let's move on, Show. So they're going to make me seem like I'm retarded. And I'm answering exactly what you asked.
It has nothing to do with you or your response. I'm answering the question from my perspective. You keep redirecting it to you, but I'm just answering from my point of view. Which is
I feel like when you move else, I was answering, but never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, so that's my perspective on that question. I feel like we can move on, so we don't have to go back to Yamuel again to say what he said.
Let's go back to Yamuel one more time.
So you can say this one more time. Where's my earphone so I can like mute it?
Yes. Yes, sir.
If she cheats, you stay?
I can't stay. I refuse to stay. I can't never stay.
We need to know why.
Because as a dude, I just got to make this whole argument. You can't never cheat. I don't accept this.
After this relationship, after this equality we just talked about, up to the 50% and what percentage we should be. If she cheat on you, how much percentage is that? And I just want to know, how much of that percentage did she just sell, and how long you staying after?
All of it. I'm not staying. No time. I'm going. If whatever you did, move in together. Y'all are in a relationship now.
They're a couple at that point.
They're a couple. Exactly.
So you don't have no reason, if you love this woman, if you've been with this woman for years, if you have children with this woman.
I will find another woman to love. I can make more kids. I don't have a body clock. We'll figure it out.
Okay. I mean, that's a real selfish answer. Tell me how you looking.
That's the way I gotta live my life.
Strong and hard answer.
The way I live my life.
Okay, I feel like I have been in situations where I stuck out a relationship even after infidelity or like cheating or like dishonesty, but I feel like throughout time I learned that it's something that you shouldn't accept. I decided to not accept it in my life. I feel like if you decide to be in a committed monogamous relationship and both sides agree to that, then you have to stick it out. But it's really about, how do you define your relationship? Have y'all discussed, are we together, not together? What's the status of the relationship? And if it is a monogamous one, for me personally, then if we kind of like break that agreement, I feel like you should go on your way.
Bob, what you saying?
Similar to like what Tommy said. I think it depends where you are in the relationship. If I'm
committed
and I'm married,
right now you married and you got 3 kids. One name is Pablo, and you live on the lake.
Pablo.
Yeah, and you live on the lake, your life is
in my head. What's crazy is in my head, I'd like to say, yes, we're going to stick it out. But now that I think about it, like, how long was this relationship going? Was it like, were you cheating on me for like a year?
Pablo is 7 years old now. Make some decisions.
Yeah, but was Pablo's daddy like with this trick like all year? Was it like a one-off? I don't even know how I feel. Was it a one-time?
She got drunk and fell on his
one time is worse. Sometimes I think one time is worse than like a relationship. Like, are you in love with her? So, just generally, I'd like to take.
So he should consistency. Consistency is better.
She said, "How long was he with?" I said, "If he did it one time," she said, "That's worse."
I think sometimes that's worse. Yeah, because you just did.
You said a one-time cheating.
In my head, sometimes it's worse because you gave it up for nothing. Whereas like this one, like, oh, maybe like we were on the rocks and already.
Oh, so you feel like a dude is giving it up, like. I'm
trying to think like maybe we had grown apart.
I never heard that term.
This is Pablo Zaba, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe things like life was getting hard. We were stressed out. We had grown apart. Pablo was like, he was growing up. There was a lot of difficulty raising him, and we just weren't communicating. And he started talking to someone. I don't know. I'd like to think that yes, we'd work it out if I really wanted to. But yeah, so
you're not gonna leave cute Pablo by the lake just by itself. You ain't gonna leave cute Pablo.
When did he end up at the lake?
Y'all live on a lake. What you mean?
Y'all we live on a lake, so that means we got a nice house. Yeah, we're probably gonna. I'm not letting her move into my house. No, I'm gonna try and stick.
She gonna start when your clothes
work it out.
Like that Beyonce song. She can't get what I already have. So no, I'm trying to stick it out as long as I'm looking stupid. As long as I know he wants me more than he wants her, and I'm taking so horrible.
For the women on the podcast, how can you tell that a man wants you more than the next person? Like, how can you tell?
Are you serious? That's so easy.
Yes, I'm asking.
I don't feel like
I'm not a female. I'm not a female, so I gotta ask.
Is all how they interact and act with you, how they communicate with you. You can always tell because like men are pretty like. I like to think men think that you all think that you're so smart in relationships and all of that, and you know how to run game. But honestly, no, they're pretty. If a guy likes you, he's pretty straightforward, and how he talks to you and how he handles you is always going to be different from how he handles other women.
But how would you know?
Communication. Like what they do is just simple stuff.
Like, I mean, how would you feel about that? Do you automatically know, like, can you know that a guy is like, okay, he cheated?
You say, wait, what do you mean when you say automatically know? Are you like, can you let us know? It's like, is it first introductions or is it like you've been going out for a minute?
First, I'm very curious about first introductions, but I want to know. Let's talk about that after. But he cheated on you already. It's already done, you know.
Oh God.
Now,
oh God,
is what I'm saying.
I'm suffering right now. I'm already experiencing. I'm going through trauma.
Now I want to know, you know, at that point, how do you know he choose you? Like, how do you know he still? How do you know that? Like,
I feel like I don't know. I don't think it's a simple way to know or not know if a person cares about you or not, especially with infidelity being involved. I don't feel like it's a clear answer or about like, you know, I'm the wife and she's just a sad chick, so I know he loved me more. I don't feel like that's necessarily, there's no answers across the board. You see people leave their wives for someone new. You see people stay with their wives even though they found another partner. So I feel like it's hard to know, but I feel like if you're a person that cares about me, then like, I feel like the infidelity issue shouldn't even come up before like a conversation, you know, about the way you're feeling, or if you're not feeling that way. So I don't know. I don't think it's a way to know. I think a lot of women trick themselves into feeling like I'm the special one. Like everybody got the image of them being like
right.
You know, the example. I'm a different one. I'm the special one, but it's hard to really know. I think it's really about the actions and the way the person treats you. So if I'm talking about infidelity, probably not so much. They probably don't like you or love you that much as much as you might think.
Yams, how do you know a girl is into you? Like, you walked in the room, you walked in the club, it's a few girls in here, you know this girl. Like, you know this specific one. You said you don't know nothing.
I assume, I go check. I don't assume, I don't know. I go check. Hey,
so you gotta go.
I saw you looking. You like me or like this pattern is interesting? What's up? Okay. I don't know.
All right.
I'm a humble man. I like
please,
to check.
all the single females out there who are interested in him, well, he does not know. Please send him a DM and let him know he does not know. Let's go into our next question. Let's take it up just a little bit. I want to know, first of all, is the sex? Let's talk about sex. Is sex to females and males the same? Like, is it the same for males as it is for females?
Because I trigger people. Let me answer last so I get all my shit out. I'm listening.
You triggered yourself in that last.
Bob, what you got?
I'm not triggered.
It's sex. No. What I mean by that is I'm saying
about
like,
the importance in the relationship.
Not only the importance of it, but like, you know, we talked about before, like how a female could feel like, okay, I'm about to get at my guy by sleeping with another dude. Like, does she really feel like she did something, or does she like feel like she just blessed another random dude with some good things? Like, how do you?
You're trying to put me inside of a toxic mindset, and I don't even know.
I'm trying to put you in a toxic mindset.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
I
telling
couldn't
you,
even
before
do
you come
that.
with your question, you gotta run them by me. I got the way to get you the answers that you're looking for.
I'm just asking a question.
Because
The
there's
answer
no
don't
I'm
matter.
just
way.
telling you the way you asking though, like you only about to get these type of answers. I'm telling you.
Are you said?
First of all, I
Like-
seen both of them start breathing hard, like when you was phrasing yourself.
Oh, they start acting crazy right away.
Shut up,
They
you.
didn't
I
like
know
the way you
did
was
it.
phrasing it. I'm just
They ain't
telling
like
you.
that. Okay, let's
Let me word
rephrase
them
the
for you
question.
next time.
Let's
better
rephrase. Let's
answers.
rephrase. Let's rephrase. In today's society, because we're talking about today's females, is sex is treated the same like a male would treat sex? Do females today in today's society treat sex the way males always treated sex?
The way they've always treated sex.
Yes. I mean, obviously there are some what's the name to the rules, exception to the rules. You have males who are lovers in that, but for the most part, it's kind of a, so I want to know, like, today's females standards or how they see sex. Is it how, like, you feel like you could really, like, you feel like you match males at that?
I don't know. Like, sometimes I have friends that I do feel like they do. Me personally, I can only speak from my personal experience. I don't feel like, because it always has to be an emotional component. Like, I cannot sleep with you unless I'm physically and emotionally attracted to you on some level. I
Can you
cannot,
show us
like,
more than the
I
top of your
just,
head?
I have to know you. Sorry. Huh? What is going on? I see myself so clearly. That's what's so crazy.
Scooching down every 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm a sloucher. So anyway, I speaking for myself, because I can't speak for everybody else. Because I definitely do know some women on the same level as men, and they can, like, they could hook up with guys just like guys hook up with girls, and it don't mean nothing. But me personally, it has, like, I have to be, like, we have to have some type of connection for me to sleep with you.
I agree with you as well. I feel like it is important, but I just feel like the way that sex has been viewed for women, I mean, it has recently, like, changed. I don't know if it's exactly on the same speed as, like, men hunting around and screwing around and just, like, fucking everything they see because they need this physical release, apparently, they can't control. But I think that women have, because of, I guess, society has changed a little bit and accepting, a lot of shade, accepting, I guess women have been, are more comfortable now with the feminist movement to be more sexual and expressive in those ways. So it has, I guess the level has gone up. I don't know, in comparison to a man, if it'll ever be the same, because sexually, I think we are different.
James, what you say?
I agree with you.
What?
Wow. Make sure you record this bit.
I'm
right
so
here.
confused.
And
cut.
You know what, actually,
Action. Let's
you
do
call
it
me
again.
out loud with that?
Yeah, what you think?
Put it in the intro.
I don't like
Everything
it.
Tamia said, word for word, that's what I think.
Said that's
I
the
don't
truth.
have.
She spoke the Bible.
I don't want this response. I feel like you
I
should
like that.
think about
I like
it again.
We had the women have progressed, but they're not gonna never be equal to male because they have this urge. He gave us a little shade.
I don't like the word saying equal. What's the equal equality? We just different.
Never see that? Nope, never met. I agree.
We just different. It's not nothing to be equal. It's this whole equality question. We just completely different. I don't think.
No, he asked, is it the same? It's not the same. So it's not the same. So I agree, it's not the same. Sneaker. Let me just go to the question. I don't think it is the same. I think it's more for males.
What's the difference?
Females have progressed slightly.
What's the differences?
Just men and women, nature. Males in general, not even just in men. Males in general. That's how they are. Like, they don't have the burden of bearing kids. They don't have to keep kids. So it's more like,
being dogs.
It's easier. We don't have cycles. We don't have anything to slow us down. Like, no periods.
So
we live out here.
What are you saying? What are y'all?
I'm saying that according to what Ophir is asking, it's not equal. Men, no matter how much women progress, and women have progressed a lot, they're not gonna be on the same speed as men. Honestly, it's not gonna get up there. I mean, I would hope not. I would hope it doesn't get that way. But as for now, no, I don't think it has. It's different for dudes.
It's just a word. It's a word thing. I realize I'm triggered by specific words.
Yeah. Really?
Like the word being equal, because I feel like again, it's not about being equal or not equal. It's about simply being different. I don't think women's.
Do you feel like you equal to a man?
What do you mean equal to a man? I feel like we equal to each other. I just feel like we different. I feel like we equal and different.
You can't be equal and different. What does this mean?
Equal, yet different.
You can't have both.
I stand by my words. Equal.
This is not
yet different.
Okay. No. See, this
You're
is
not
not
asking a much deeper question that would be like an entire podcast because in terms of like history, first of all, we're not silly like a woman in terms of like female strength and male strength, just day to day. I'm not talking about Olympians and all of that. I'm not like, I know, like if I said, oh, like for example, you Noel, I said, like if it's something heavy, certain heavy.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
No,
That's cool.
You have female strength and you have man strength. Also, when
equal.
we talk about things like intelligence and all of that, yes, we are equal. And for historically, that's been told that women are not equal to men in terms of intelligence. So it's certain factors like when we talk about equality.
You think men and women are equally intelligent?
I feel like, if I'm gonna be honest, I feel like we're way smarter than you all.
More than
like be nice.
Oh, I have to help you. I'm telling you, the way you answer these questions,
I
get your point. They're not gonna never give you the answers that you want. Send me the fucking questions next
time. This is the answer.
Goddamn questions.
This is the answer that I want.
I'm answering the question.
That's what I'm saying.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with
Listen, let me give you some facts.
You
the best male anything is always better than the best female anything. The best male tennis player, basketball player, sprinter, swimmer, astronaut, scientist, president, name any fucking category in the world. Men do it better. The richest, the fucking strongest.
This is the stupidest part you all have ever said.
If we keep having this chauvinistic competition, I'm
but this is so stupid. This is so dumb.
They get mad at the facts.
So wait,
it's no facts. How you like you really think you're a man? So when you compare your parents, if you compare your Ima and your Abba, are they equal but different, or are they not equal? What do you think about your Ima and your Abba?
Listen, they definitely equal. I mean, they definitely different, and they not equal. They not equal. They different. There's male and female. They're not the same.
We said different. I said equal. This is what I mean when I say equality. I mean, do we deserve the same? Wait, I mean that as human beings, we are all the same, and we deserve the same type of respect. We all can achieve everything we want. We can work whatever fields we want to do.
I'm talking about
I agree with this. That's not even what you're talking about.
No,
I'm saying we different, but we equal. Like we are equal. I feel like we are equals. I just feel like we different.
Equal far as an amount of respect you deserve, and
about
far as all this
basic
stuff.
Things.
Yes.
So,
far as our capabilities, we are not equal. Far as our capabilities, we are not equal. No.
I didn't say that. That's why y'all. If y'all let me explain my point of view.
Yes. Can you please explain what's the equal part?
The equal part is everything that I was talking about as far as human beings.
All humans.
Standard.
Huh? So we're all humans and standard.
Yeah, because honestly, if you really go back into history, women had a lower value than men. So I'm just saying we are equal, but we different. I'm not taking away from our femininity or y'all masculinity. That means saying we equal. That's what the defense.
Oh, listen.
Y'all
we
really
gotta ask another question. Well, let me fix some questions.
I'm trying to ask for a reason, bro. Like I want to know, like, do you really?
I can't continue to answer what y'all both interjecting together between you and your world jumping down my throat. I don't think y'all want to answer. I think y'all want to be on the defense. And if y'all would have listened to how simple my response was about us being equal and different, it wouldn't have been that hard. Y'all defensive over it because of y'all man. Y'all thinking when I say equal, I think that women are as masculine as men, or men can be as sensitive as women. I'm saying we are
human rights.
I agree with what you said. That's not even what. Oh, listen. Let me speak. 1 second.
Go ahead.
Just a second. What you are saying is absolutely correct. I don't think because you're a female you deserve to be respected less or treated less. But I think the question that he asked is not what you answered. That's all I'm saying. He was talking about equality as far as capabilities, as far as what you're capable of doing or adding, whether it's in a relationship or not. And in that aspect, most of the time, it's not. Yes, it's something that males and females do better than others. Yes, as a species, we just have certain things we can do better. But in general, as far as our capabilities, we are not equal. No, that's not a factual thing to say. Males and females do not have the same capabilities. So therefore,
I didn't say it was a factual thing. We're talking about opinions, and my opinion is just completely contradictory of yours. I feel like we are equal and we are capable of doing everything we want to do. I'm not saying we're not even trying to realize that the issue it really is that men are so defensive about their little position in this man's world that everything that we do to progress is not taken away from you. Our progression doesn't demands you or take away from you being a man. So if y'all like get a little less defensive and realize when I say we equal, I feel like I can accomplish everything that I put my man to, whether I'm male or female, even though I have different elements. I might be more emotional, you might be more physically stronger than me, but we can do whatever we set our man to. That's all I'm saying. So if we gotta disagree with that, then I'm logging out.
So
women,
I'm saying,
I definitely think we have
saying,
a higher emotional intelligence. If I were to talk about intelligence overall, I feel like women are far more
I agree, but how does that make us equal? If
intelligent.
y'all have a higher emotional intelligence,
I said I was just trying to be nice in the beginning because I was just trying to say, listen.
the reason I ask is because I
equal.
feel like a lot of women are more intelligent than men, but that's a lot of men are just not not intelligent. So that's not.
But I think
that's
when we
not,
look in terms of like
but that's not my
equality,
point. My point was. Go ahead. But I'm sorry.
socially, I do believe women are as equal. Should be or are as equal to men. Biologically, women and men are not equal. Like Tamia and you both said, we are different biologically. And anyone with common sense knows the difference between a man and a woman in terms of biologically, in terms of like what we can achieve. Women have created greatness within their own lane, and men have done the same. So to look exactly at the two and same, expect a woman to do exactly the same thing as a man physically or biologically it wouldn't work. But if we look in terms of lanes and we compare, yes, it's always going to be equal. If we look at sports, if we look at social issues and factors in terms of like accomplishments, the reason when you all talk about like world leaders or people like that, is always a man. That's because most of the time these are dominated by men, where women haven't just now getting access to. So we're not getting the recognition that we need. Like when you talk about like media and all of that, these companies are always earned by men who are controlling the narrative. Women are just now being able to have their say. So we're being force-fed all this information that in a male-dominated world, only because men have dominated. They have not allowed women to access, and we're just now getting access. So come to us again in 50 years, and then you'll probably be on our side.
Do you feel like this is like, for me personally, it feels like Black people, like I need rights. Like I need to be a part of the society. Like I need to go sit in places and I need to go be a part of the white society. I need to be a part instead of like, do you feel like you're fighting in the man's world? Like it's obviously a man's world. Welcome, ladies, to the channel. But it's definitely a man's world. Do you feel like you're fighting in a man's world for recognition for being a woman?
I have a different question. When you say are men and women equal, what's the definition of equality?
No, I'm just messing with it. What you mean? We just covered all the things about equality.
Because equality doesn't have nothing to do with sexes. It has nothing to do with being male or female.
Equality has everything to do with being man or female. You can't say that. Like how could you say equality?
What's the definition of equality then? Equality means.
What does the word equal mean?
Y'all, I'm gonna look it up. Wait.
Look up the word equal, and then you're gonna see why it's never.
So the state of being equal, especially in status, rights, and opportunities.
It's never been.
No,
we just said it's a man's world. We just said, Batia just said for 50 years y'all been trying to do it. So like it's never been equal. Like that's my point.
Years.
My point is,
I mean, you're talking about that where it has been like in history. Yeah, of course it hasn't been equal. We know we got to fight for this equality, but I feel like the men are being so defensive over the idea of women progressing, and it's like for no reason. We're not trying to progress in y'all world. We're trying to progress, period.
Bro, you're an educated woman. Like you can do whatever you want to do. Like there's no such thing as a equality if you're saying it that way, if that's perspective of equality.
The issue is, yes, women are
but I'm telling you 100%, if you walk around in the world, there's going to be a bunch of males around you in the world that are in the positions that you want to be in, that are in the spaces that you want to be in, not because you can't make it to the space, but the world is not equal, is what I'm saying. Right now,
we're agreeing on the same thing.
I thought we was being more philosophical about it, but like we obviously know that women don't have the same rights as men, don't get equal pay. We know that these are things that we deal with. I didn't know we was actually talking about the facts. We could have just went there.
You didn't let me.
Of course, it's not equal.
You got triggered and start shooting. I just took the bullets because I got on the best.
But is that something that we really even have to talk about? That's just the facts. That's not obvious. Even opinion based.
It's a conversation to be. It's not a conversation to be had. Do we feel like that's a good thing? Like that's how it should be? Like is that? What are we talking about?
I feel like you're trolling us. You're just trying to get it right.
I thought the question was more so from our opinions of how do we feel the world should be or how do we think it is, less than what are the facts about the world. We know that the world's not equal in those senses, but I thought we meant like, are we actually equal? No, the world doesn't perceive us as equal, but we are.
I still don't think we are, but I'll let y'all off. I'm gonna let y'all have that. Let's go to our next question. Does anybody have our next question? I don't have the next question. Who got the next question?
All right, let me get it.
Have our list?
So we asked about how long should sex last.
Oh, there we go. That was it. So let's get into it. Yams, you over there quiet, my guy. You done got into your quiet zone. I don't like it.
I'm listening, like Batia said.
I'm hearing.
How long? For the podcast, so
how long should sex? You want to know as? I'm
not being salty. I ain't had nothing to say. I was letting y'all go. I said what I want to say.
Don't be salty.
Go ahead. No,
how long?
I'm actually had to. I smoked like a whole J by myself. What you say? Say it again, Shush.
How long?
This is not lucky. This is every day.
Should sex? It's a blessing. How long should sex last?
1 hour and change, if you can.
Wait. You talking about? Let's put it in stages. Let's make it
okay.
You got a hot girl, all right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a club chick, and then you got the girl that you could get whenever you want. Like you could just call her phone and be like, "Yo, come to my house right now," and then she's just gonna say. So, how long should sex last? Gibson?
If it's with me, an hour and change.
With anybody, it doesn't matter the client.
I don't have sex with anybody. That's not how I live my life. I don't have sex with anybody. I'm blessed.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. Okay, you got the girl from the club. You got the girl that you really into, that she really putting interest in, and then you got a female that you could call whenever you want. Like, there's no like.
A girlfriend / booty call girl. Is that the definitions? So I could follow.
He got a girl. He got a girl that he's interested in. That he's really interested in. He got another girl that he met at the club. And then he got a girl that's just a booty call. Like, he been knowing her forever. He could get her whenever he wants.
You putting the club down? I like people from the club. The club is lit, Shush. They all equal.
They
all equal, bro.
So all of them giving an hour. You giving an hour to everybody.
An hour for everybody, equality, bro. Equality.
Now equality. Okay. Now amongst women, it is equality.
All the women deserve equal opportunity at this point.
No, but listen, I'm gonna try to rephrase your question. If you say it's somebody I'm really into, obviously they get more time and attention. If it's just some jump off there, when I'm finished, I'm finished. But I'm talking about somebody I'm into, and I'm trying, like, this is you over here because this is trying to go down. I want to change, bro. If I'm trying to get you on my face, like I seen you, like I'm trying to mark a V, a strong 20 minutes. A strong 20.
Strong 20, an hour for the one you went to. Strong 20, get up out of there.
Get up out my face. Yeah, because like I don't know. I take it serious. I gotta stop. I gotta do stuff. I ain't gonna get too graphic on this podcast, but I do a lot. So I need my time. That's all I'm saying.
Please, all the females who are interested in the extras, please DM him well. He will give you those extras.
Be safe, don't be to me. It's 2021. Fear, don't be sending people to me.
A hard 30.
My page is private.
A hard 30.
You say a hard 30 minutes. This is a 30
45 on celebrations, maybe. But easy. Yeah, let's say 30.
So this is including foreplay. Everything is a 35 minutes.
I'm gonna say 30. That's what I'm saying. 45. That's maybe 45 for celebrations. Yeah.
Like if I went into it knowing I had 30, I'll be pressured.
Is it a little like
I'll be panicky.
It's usually listen, there's a lot to do that night. We got TV to watch, we got food to eat. It's a lot.
All this stuff is less important. We can do this shit. After.
It's enjoyment. No, it's enjoyment.
Oh my God.
Tell me out, what's your time? What's your time frame looking like?
So originally when we asked this question, I said 15. I done expanded it for y'all. It's 20 to 25 on the dot, and that's everything included.
Wow.
That's everything.
I like
you also like Bati because you try to get back to the nightly activities of TV and chilling and stuff. This is Bati's 25 for weekdays. For weekdays. You see on the weekends they get the extra 5 minutes?
Wait, this 25.
We can do 30.
This is terrible, Bati. This is terrible.
We can do 30 for weekends and 45 for celebrations like birthdays.
I mean, but look, if it's an occasion, like if we doing Valentine's Day and we doing the whole shebang and we put on.
It's an occasion. I invited you to the house. We about to hang.
No, for occasions you can put more time in, but ain't nobody trying to do that every time. That's not like my.
For real.
Your own Kamashi evening.
Let me discover your temple over and over again every day.
But this is 25 minutes with different
This
rounds.
is for everything. I think y'all tripping.
This is
for
25
everything?
minutes per round, or this is just 25 minutes and we done for the day. Like we good. My body is good for the day. I don't need no more.
Batia shrugged her shoulders like, get on my face.
We could
terrible.
probably go again. We could probably go again at a different time, but like I'm usually
Like we could maybe get something to eat and watch.
Yeah, and then like later. But like I mean, for
what's
one
later?
session,
Let's be fan later. What y'all talking about?
It might be tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Whoa! This disrespectful. I ain't trying to tell me what you be fan about later. Batia said another day.
All y'all expecting a lot.
Batia's 30 minutes and done. She trying to play us. Batia trying to fucking play us.
It's getting crazy, bro.
Tell me, you talking about later? Later what? What's later?
Said tomorrow, bro.
Let's say you got this gal for you in 20 minutes. How much time does he need to wait?
Yeah, he said tomorrow.
It ain't never really worked for me. The 20-minute thing, that's just what I'm aiming for. That's my goal. That's what I'm striving for as a grown woman.
Okay.
These days.
All right.
That's good. It's too
good.
extended. Like you trying to cut the time down.
That's what I'm saying. Why?
I feel like now because all of this talk the women are having about like these men not being able to find spots.
Your men to turn into
the whole
diamonds
sexual talk
because you're
about
applying
men
too
already
much
knowing what they're
pressure.
doing.
Too much.
And now like they feel a need to extra or overcompensate. And it's like, I mean, it may work for some people, but for a lot of us, it's just
yeah,
it's a lot.
Wow.
I'm not gonna comment. No comment.
Wow.
Don't say no comment. I mean, we here to chit chat. If you got something to say,
I have no comment. I have no comment
what do you feel
about
what Batia said. I ain't even with Batia.
No, when she said later and then she said tomorrow.
This is crazy. Yeah, that was slick. Like I ain't like that. I ain't like that at all.
Later mean tomorrow.
Yeah, later don't mean tomorrow.
If you tell somebody later and then you come back tomorrow, oh, you fucked up.
Because sometimes later really is tomorrow. Later is
see, that's crazy.
Because you might think that you capable.
I think of that.
But it depends. It really depends on the person, bro. It only depends on the person, bro. Like I think it only depends on the person.
It don't depend. No. Listen. Enough of this morality, equality stuff.
No, it only depends.
This is not.
So
I'm not giving. Talking about.
I'm not giving an hour to somebody.
Listen, if you need a break, take a break. Do not play this break into another day. If the sun go down and come back up, you get played.
Yeah,
know that you get played. Know that you get played.
It depends. Like if it's a weekend, then you might have time like more sessions. But if it's like a weekday, people got lives and work and like the
if it's during the week, it's worse. If it's during the week, it's worse. During the weekend, you can make up.
Time out. This is don't have to work. Ain't no work. Don't exist. Ain't no work.
You free.
Do your best in that 45.
I mean, I'm
sure I go on holiday. So do your best.
At least you add 20 minutes. She said 45 now. That's not.
Do your best on that 45. Go on holiday, obviously.
Took it up 15 minutes. All right.
45 is respectable, but this 20 minutes to get off of me.
If you ain't got no work, if you're not tired, if you your best self, you're not tired.
You just woke up.
You
just woke up and ate.
Ask me that question again when I'm living that life. I ain't living that life. Reality just is. I mean, I got.
That's why we have it. That's why we.
So I'm tired. In fantasy world, maybe I could. I don't know, but I don't live in that fantasy world. I live in reality where I got a full schedule and I'm sleepy. I'm just.
We get this.
Person.
You need to get in and out in 20 minutes.
It hurt. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. It hurts. Let's go to our next question.
Yes.
What is our next question? Because I think this was our last question. But
I think. It was a question about the whole like healthy relationship versus.
You
happy and single, but I really didn't feel like it was a victoire. I think most people choose healthy relationship rather than single and healthy.
For real? So why
because
so many?
Same thing, except you got a partner for the journey. So it's the same thing, except now I got a partner.
So why everybody you know like tell you don't that's in a relationship tell you not to get in a relationship?
Because they're not in a happy, healthy relationship.
Yeah.
Now, if they fall under that definition, maybe they might say something different. But I mean, people just because they are in relationships don't mean they fall into that category.
So would they be happy as single?
They probably
if they're in a toxic relationship, absolutely. I mean, if we comparing the two, we're comparing how healthy on both spectrums of single. You could be, if you're healthy, you can live a single life healthily and happily, whatever, and also in a relationship. Toxicity is either way. You can be a toxic single person that's negative and bitter, or you can be in a toxic relationship. So like either way, whatever choice you make, whether it be single or in a relationship, let's just choose the healthy version.
Yeah, sure. I feel like whatever energy you put out attracts that compatible energy. So if you're a healthy person, why not be in a healthy relationship? Because you're only gonna be in a healthy relationship with another healthy person. So that just makes you better.
I mean, some people just want to be single, you know.
Yim's been tapped out on us.
Yeah, he out of control. Some people just want to be single. Yims, you one of those people? What you saying? No,
not I.
You say you looking for okay. You looking for the TTP.
What's the TTP?
I'm not gonna say yes because I feel like it's a trap. The total package.
He said total package.
That's Usher. Come on, how you not know TTP? Y'all
don't really listen to Usher. That's
what does that
definitely
mean?
Not. Y'all not. It means total package.
What song did Usher have?
What song was that in?
Total package.
You the only person.
I feel like 1 T is enough.
I'm the only real Usher fan here, so don't worry about it. I know Usher.
Yeah,
I know Usher too, but I've never heard that honestly. What song is that from? Like, where's the reference from?
Why
do I not know this song?
That reference, that abbreviation, ain't none of that.
Anyway,
Usher not even lit.
And
we done. We off because I'm not a singer. I'm not about to get here and start busting out melodies. But
you
for sure,
you should.
Let's see. What's our next? We got anything fun? Anything else we can talk about? I feel like we covered a lot. I feel like, for our first filming session, everybody's looking beautiful. Yim was just starting to clock out, but you held in there strong, because I appreciate it.
It's like leaning and everything.
I see you. So, I'm trying to put the clock on it. So does anybody have any other questions or things that we could discuss about relationships or anything interesting? I mean, I don't want to go and start discussing Kanye. I don't want to start discussing other people's relationships, but just relationships in general. If you have a tip, if you have anything that you can say to the people, or any questions for the panel that we can discuss.
Love yourself. A relationship is worth your time will follow. That's it. All the rest.
If you're in it, what I did want to say, if you're in it and you're unhappy, like most people, like everyone looks and says, oh, relationships have the ups and downs. A lot of relationships do. But like, you gotta be realistic in terms of like what's just a don and what's something that you shouldn't tolerate in a relationship. And a lot of people, I feel like, especially in our community, they tolerate way too much from each other, and they do way too much to each other. So it's no sense sticking around in a bad relationship when you could just do better by yourself.
So that's what he's talking about. If you need to be
single for nobody.
Single and healthy, you need to be single and healthy. Get out your
make money and keep the main thing.
So what you saying, Yam? Say it one more time. The people missed it.
I said, praise God, make money and keep the main thing.
100%. All right, everybody. We would just like to thank you guys for coming out and listening to us, our first podcast that we're doing. We will be here for you guys doing more, and we have more content on the way. Bear with us. As you can see, we're getting in our rhythm, but we have some very, very, very interesting people on our panel, and we will begin to know each one a little better over the course of this podcast. So once again, we have Tiana Young in the building. T, can you wave for the people? I'm sorry, Bot, can you wave for the people?
Okay, let's do that again.
Okay, what am I calling you though?
What do you usually call? Just say Bati, because if you say Tiana, it's just gonna be Josh.
You gotta wake up.
It's not gonna sound
right. We have Tiana. We have.
Okay. I said call me Bati.
I can't. I'm reading Tiana. I got you. All right. So we have Batia. Batia, can you give a quick wave to the people? Have Batia. We have Tamia. Tamia, can you give a quick wave to the people? And we have none other than Mr. Yemuel. Yems, give a quick. There it is. We will see you guys on our next episode. Thank you for listening, and we hope you guys enjoyed it.
Prayer hands.
Prayer hands all summer. Em said we're doing prayer hands all summer. There we go.
Enjoy.
Y'all.